Good afternoon. The faculty and staff of International Leadership of Texas welcome you to the 2026 commencement of ILTexas Lancaster-DeSoto High School. The commencement ceremony is a festive yet serious occasion. The festivity manifests itself through caps and gowns worn by the graduates, the faculty adorned in academic regalia, the music provided by classmates, and the words of encouragement from today's speakers. The seriousness of the ceremony culminates with the certification of the graduate and conferring diplomas, which signifies the hard work of all involved. In order to maintain proper decorum, we remind you of the following. Signs, fireworks, balloons, flowers, bottles, beach balls, drugs, alcohol are not permitted. Noise makers of any kind, including air horns, drums, and trumpets, are strictly prohibited. Please silence all phones and electronic devices. Young children in need of attention should be escorted out of the auditorium. Disruptive behavior of any kind, including shouting, yelling, or other demonstrations during the ceremony, are prohibited. Guests are expected to remain seated for the entire ceremony, refrain from leaving their seats in order to take pictures, not to talk to graduates, or leave prior to the conclusion of the ceremony. Anyone violating the statement of decorum will be asked to leave and will be escorted out by security immediately. The International Leadership of Texas wishes to continue our proud tradition of permitting each graduate to shake hands with the president of the school board and superintendent as the graduate's name is spoken. The last graduate is as important as the first. As a result, applause and other recognition of the conferring of diplomas are expected to be limited to a joint effort at the conclusion of the ceremony. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors, the singing of the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Welcome to the 2026 graduation ceremony of the International Leadership of Texas Lancaster-DeSoto High School. Today we celebrate our journey, we celebrate our victories, and we look ahead to future before us, knowing that we are equipped to make a difference in our world.
Bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación de 2026 de la Escuela Secundaria de Liderazgo Internacional de Texas Lancaster-DeSoto. Este día celebramos nuestro viaje, celebramos nuestras victorias y miramos hacia el futuro que tenemos ante nosotros, sabiendo que estamos equipados para marcar la diferencia en nuestro mundo.
欢迎看家的作家兰高成国际领导力2026年毕业典礼。今晚我们庆祝我们的旅程，我们庆祝我们的胜利，我们向往未来，我们知道我们有能力改变我们的世界。There have been many with us on our journey, and today we would like to recognize a few. On the stage this afternoon are the following: Board members Dr. Trina Knox, Superintendent Mr. Eddie Conger, Area Superintendent Dr. Valerie Lane, Deputy Superintendent of School Leadership Dr. Thomas Seabury.
Deputy Superintendent of Academics and Student Services, Dr. Laura Carrasco. Principal, Dr. Jesus Arenas, Jr. Associate Principal, Dr. Charvelia Guillory. Senior Grade Level Administrator, Mr. Quincy Slaughter. Senior Counselor, Mrs. Angela Carter. And finally, the senior class representatives on stage, myself, Madison Armstrong, Christian Quintanilla. And we are joined by Erica Yang, Natasha Lopez, our salutatorian, and Brian Oyola, our valedictorian. We would also like to recognize special guests in the audience, member of the ILTexas Cabinet and Extended Cabinet. Additionally, we would like to recognize Dean of College Advising, Mr. Landon Finley. 11th grade GLA, Mr. Charlie Biggers, 10th grade GLA, Mr. Raylan Simon, and 9th grade GLA, Ms. Raja Muhammad.
Finally, we thank our teachers, school staff, family, and friends who have enriched our journey, supported us, and have helped us make us the young men and women that we have become. Thank you for sharing this day with us. Now, please join me with welcoming our Student Council representative, Madison Armstrong, who will give our student reflection.
Someone once asked me, what drove me to accomplish everything I've done? And I remember sitting with that question for a long time. Because the truth is, my drive didn't begin with ambition. It began with watching my mother survive. Before any titles, scholarships, or accomplishments, I was just a little girl watching a woman turn struggle into strength every single day. We didn't always have much, but somehow she never made me feel the weight of that. No matter how hard things were behind the scenes, there was always a hot meal waiting for me, always love in our home, always peace where there could have been pressure. As I got older, I began noticing the sacrifices she tried so hard to hide from me, the exhaustion, the pressure, the things she went without so I could have more. And once I saw that, something in me changed. Forever. I realized my life could never be just about me. I wanted to become someone who could give back every sacrifice that built me. There's a quote I once heard that stayed with me. If you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, that's how you'll know you'll be successful. I don't think success is waking up motivated every single day. I think success is choosing to keep going on the days when you're tired, uncertain, or afraid. And that became my mindset. I worked quietly, with a determination rooted not in wanting more, but in understanding what it feels like to have less. Piece by piece, that determination carried me into rooms I never imagined I'd stand in. It carried me to leadership opportunities that forced me to grow before I felt ready. It carried me to being accepted into the University of Texas at Austin. It carried me to earning over $1 million in scholarships, and it carried me to becoming the only student in the DFW area selected for the Take the World by the Horns program. But one of the moments that changed me the most didn't happen in a classroom. It happened because the International Leadership of Texas gave me an opportunity I never thought I would experience. Through ILTexas, I traveled to Taiwan, thousands of miles away from everything I had ever known. Suddenly, I was in a place where I didn't speak the language, didn't recognize the streets, and couldn't rely on comfort or familiarity. And honestly, at first, it was overwhelming. But somewhere in the middle of that discomfort, I found growth. I found confidence. I found a version of myself that didn't wait to feel ready before stepping forward. Taiwan taught me that confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you build when you keep choosing to rise in unfamiliar places. That experience opened my eyes to how much bigger the world truly is, and it reminded me that opportunities can completely change the direction of someone's life. When I stand here today, I don't just think about accomplishments. I think about the little girl I used to be, the one who promised herself that her circumstances would never decide her future. I think about every late night, every silent pressure, every moment I doubted myself but kept going anyways. But I also think about the people who carried me through it all. My family has always been and will always be my village. The people who loved me, supported me, and reminded me who I was whenever life became heavy. And somewhere along this journey, I found another family within these school walls. Through every challenge, every memory, every victory and setback, I found people who pushed me to grow, laughed with me, stood beside me, and became a part of my story. Because the truth is, no one reaches moments like this alone. And to my classmates, as we step into this next chapter, I hope you remember this. Your struggles are not something to be ashamed of. They are proof of your strength. One day, people will look at your accomplishments, but what truly matters is the person you became while fighting for them. So don't wait for permission to believe in yourself. Don't wait until you feel ready to move and chase the life that you want. Decide where you belong there now. Because if there's one thing my story has taught me, is that success is not just about something reaching a destination. It's about becoming someone your younger self would be proud of. So class of 2026, go forward, and become that person. Because someone who turns pain into purpose, setbacks into strengths, and dreams into reality. And one day, I hope your younger self can look at you and say the same words mine was saying to me today. We made it. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Mr. Eddie Conger, our founder and superintendent.
Howdy, folks. Congratulations to the class of 2026. I want to thank you for being Eagles. More importantly, I want to thank you for your embrace of servant leadership, of putting others before yourself, and of changing the world. I'm confident that you will change the world in the big things, but just as importantly is how you treat and respect everyone you meet. If you do that, you will also be changing the world. Today, as we celebrate you, I can confidently say that the mission of ILTexas is alive and well in you. You have accomplished something truly extraordinary. 100% of you have been accepted to college, and more than 75% of you have earned scholarships totaling over $10 million. This achievement did not come easy. You have faced challenges, obstacles along the way. You have learned in a temporary space. You have adapted through uncertainty, and you have continued moving forward even when the physical conditions were not ideal. Yet through it all, you have persevered. Your families trusted the education opportunity, and together this community proved that circumstances do not define success. Tonight, I would like to recognize a student whose future reflects the international spirit of our mission. Now, before I say this next part, I need everyone to remember that I am a Fightin' Texas Aggie. So it's not often that I praise someone heading to UT. But Madison Armstrong, please stand. Folks, Madison will attend the University of Texas at Austin, but she's going to participate in something called the Horns Take the World, where she will begin her college journey, not in Austin, but in South Korea, living and going to college as a freshman studying in South Korea. Folks, UT does not normally allow freshmen to do this, but because of Madison's exceptionalness, if that's a word, she was honored and chosen. Madison, you make this Aggie very, very proud. And thank you for embracing this incredible opportunity and exemplifying our mission. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me again in recognizing Madison and the entire class of 26 for their commitment to leadership, learning, and service to others. Class of 26, I'm proud of you all. As you go out into the world and you gain more knowledge, you gain more wealth, and you gain more authority. I challenge each of you to use it to serve others. And again, if you do that, you will have changed the world. Sheshe, muchas gracias, and thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Valerie Lane, the Area Superintendent for DFW Schools. Class of 2026, I'm so proud of each and every one of you. You've accomplished so much, and there's still so much to accomplish in the world, and we are pretty sure that you're going to do just that. Just a really quick story. I have a son who graduated from Tarleton State University. He's now back living in my house. He did get his master's, and he's a teacher and a coach with his eyes set on being an accountant. So the other day he came to me and his dad, and he said, hey, I'm about to be 25, but do you think you can still pay my phone bill? It's like, seriously, dude? But I tell you that to tell you this. Your parents love you. They're going to always support you in everything that you do. Keep striving for excellence, and we will be there for you. So it is with my pleasure to introduce your principal, Dr. Jesus Herenas.
Good afternoon, families, faculty, staff, board members, honored guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Tonight we celebrate 40 wonderful graduates of Lancaster-DeSoto High School, a group of students who have come to mean so much to me. They are smart, resilient, and respectful. 3 things that are sure to take them very far in life. I thank God every day that I get to be your principal. Tonight is more than a ceremony. It is a milestone, a moment where years of hard work, long nights, early mornings, victories, setbacks, lessons, and memories all come together in one shared achievement. Class of 2026, you've learned in classrooms filled with the latest technology, constant information, and challenges no generation before you experienced in quite the same way. Yet, through it all, you showed resilience. You adapted. You kept going. As your principal, it has been an honor to watch this class grow into young adults who know how to support one another, compete with integrity, and overcome adversity. Even though this chapter of your life is ending, your story is actually just beginning. The world does not need perfect people. It needs thoughtful people, honest people, hardworking people, people willing to lead with integrity and compassion, people just like you. Some of you will attend college, some will enter the workforce, entrepreneurship, or technical careers. Some of you already know exactly where you're headed, while others are still discovering your path. Both are perfectly okay. Life is not a race to see who arrives first. It is a journey of growth, purpose, and persistence. As you move forward, remember 3 things. First, never underestimate the power of kindness. People may forget what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel and how you treated them. Second, never underestimate the impact you can have on others. A single encouraging word, a helping hand, or the courage to stand up for what is right can change someone's life. Leadership is not about a position. it is about influence. And third, remember the people who helped you reach this point in your life: parents, grandparents, guardians, family members, teachers, coaches, counselors, and friends. Their support helped carry you here. Tonight belongs to them too. Be sure to thank them later. In conclusion, I got curious and wanted to remember what was happening in the world when y'all started kindergarten in 2013. Number one, PlayStation 4 was released that year. Number two, words like selfie gained widespread popularity and were actually added to prominent dictionaries. Number three, Frozen was the popular movie that year. Remember how much y'all sang, "Let it go, let it go"? Number four, and the fad of that year was the onesie. You all probably had one. You all probably still have one. Class of 2026, game consoles, trendy words, movies, songs, and fads will continue to come and go as you continue your life, just like they have from the time you were in kindergarten until now. But through all of that, remember that wherever life takes you, lead with character, dream with confidence, put others before self, and never stop believing that you're capable of making a difference. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Lancaster-DeSoto High School and the executive leadership team of ILTexas, congratulations to the graduating class of 2026. We're proud of you, we believe in you, and we cannot wait to see what you do next. Si se puede. Thank you, and congratulations, graduates. Now, it is my honor to introduce to you the class of 2026 salutatorian, Natasha Lopez.
Friends, family, faculty, and of course, class of 2026, we finally made it. Standing here as your salutatorian, I can't help but think of the words from Beauty and the Beast. I want to be here in the great wide somewhere. So today, that somewhere is finally within our reach. And while it's exciting to look forward, I am so grateful for the chapters we've written together to get to this page. Our journey didn't start today. For most of us, this story began way back in 6th grade. We were just kids with oversized backpacks and no idea how to open a locker. Yet, growing up in these hallways together. We transitioned from awkward middle schoolers to the leaders standing here today, proving that we aren't just a graduating class. We are all a team that has been through it all side by side. As an athlete, my life has been defined by whistles, scoreboards, and the relentless grind. I know what it's like to wake up while the world is still dark to get extra reps in, pushing my body past exhaustion while balancing a playbook in one hand and a textbook in the other. I worked incredibly hard to stand at this podium, proving to myself that success isn't just about talent. It's about the discipline to keep going when no one is watching. As Tiana says, fairy tales can come true. You gotta make them happen. It all depends on you. However, I know no athlete wins championship alone, and I certainly didn't get here without my coaches in the classroom. To our teachers, thank you for being the mentors of our minds. You pushed us to think harder, stay curious, and keep our eyes on the goal, even when we were exhausted from a game the night before or overwhelmed by the pressure of the finish line. To my family, my home team, you are the reason I am standing here today. Dad, thank you for being my loudest cheerleader and for teaching me that giving up isn't in our vocabulary. Mom, thank you for the endless car rides and the pregame pep talks, and for being the heart of my world. You truly are my hero. Grandma, your wisdom is the steady foundation I stand on. And to my little sister, I do everything so you can see what's possible. I hope I've set an example you can follow. As we prepare to walk across this stage, it's okay to feel a bit of fear as we go into the great unknown ahead of us. But we must remember what Winnie the Pooh said. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. We have the tools, the heart, and the history to take on whatever comes next. Because the class of 2026 doesn't just show up. We compete and we conquer. Class of 2026, we've been together since the very beginning. But now it's time for our happily ever after to start in different places. As we move on to our next chapters, remember that Belle also said, people say a lot of things in anger. It's our choice whether or not to listen.
Choose to listen to your heart and your ambition as you chase your dreams. Let's go out into the world, class of 2026, and show everyone exactly what we are capable of. Congratulations.
It is my honor to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2026, Bryant Noyola.
Good evening, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. I'm honored to be standing here today as the valedictorian. It feels both surreal and meaningful. These past 4 years have been filled with progress, challenges, and moments we will never forget. And through it all, we made it, together. There are times when things didn't go as planned, and times when we had to adjust. But we showed up, we kept going, and now we're here. First, I want to thank someone who means everything to me, my mother. Her strength is the reason I'm standing here today. She never stopped believing in me, even when things felt uncertain. Her dedication, her sacrifices, and her constant encouragement pushed me to keep going and aim higher. She reminded me that success isn't given, it's earned through consistency and effort. Because of her, I learned to stay focused and to keep working hard towards something better. Mamá, gracias por todo lo que has hecho y sigues haciendo. Este momento te pertenece tanto a ti como a mí. I also want to thank my fellow peers. These 4 years wouldn't have been the same without you all. We shared laughs, inside jokes, and moments that turned into memories we'll carry with us. Whether it was in the hallways, classrooms, or events we didn't think would matter at the time, those moments ended up meaning the most. We supported each other, learned from each other, and grew side by side. Each of us played a part in shaping this class and making it what it is today. We took what we had and made the most of it, and that's something we can all be proud of. As we stand here now, we're stepping into something new. Some of us are heading into college, some straight into careers, and others are still figuring things out, and that's okay. What matters is that we don't stop moving forward. The future won't always be easy, but it will be full of opportunity. And if these past 4 years have shown us anything, it's that we are capable of more than we think. So wherever life takes us next, let's continue to push ourselves, to grow, and to do great things, not just for ourselves, but for the people who believed in us and supported us along the way. Class of 2026, we've come a long way. Thank you and congratulations.
I don't think so. No.
Sorry. I do hereby certify that the candidates gathered here have completed the coursework required by the state of Texas and the international leadership of Texas schools and have earned the right to graduate.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I accept the certification and declare that each of these candidates be presented with their diploma.
Students, please stand and prepare to receive your diplomas.
Bryant Anthony Noyola. Natasha Lopez Acevedo. Madison Desiree Armstrong. Christian Alexander Quintanilla. Erica Yang. Sierra Denise Alfaro. Kaiten Noel Alvarado. Giancarlo Matthew Aranda. Felipe de Jesus Arredondo, Jr. Francisco Alberto Becerra. Carla Yesenia Carranza. Salma Lanez Coronado. Marco Josiah Cruz. Evangeline Kernal Alonzo. Jasmine Talia Davis Austin. Jonathan Oswaldo Elias Garza. Deanna Patrice Hamilton. Tyler Isaiah Harris. Elena Maria Hawkins. Genesis Abigail Herrera. Nathan Elijah Hunt. Braylon Davinsky Jones. Clarence Urema Kenta. Favor Afianwi Kimbing. Winfield LaRock Leonidas. Anthony Lopez. Jessica Inika Okafor. Ariana Leticia Osorio. Justin Ramirez. Jamie Juliana Ramos. Catherine Areli Recinos. Edward Elias Reyna. Jayla Denise Simmons. Savoya Matthias Sharif. Liliette Socorras. John Thomas Thibodeau. Christian Xavier Thornton. Christopher Twilly. Tristan Riley West. David Zamaripa.
Graduates, please stand. And move your tassel from the right to the left. I was waiting for them, sorry. I apologize, last row. I couldn't see with the lights and all that. All right, so everybody has moved their tassel, okay? From the right to the left. All right, Madison.
Fellow graduates, please join me in the ILTexas pledge. I pledge to be a servant leader and put others before myself. I will serve others, respect others, and encourage others. When I graduate from ILTexas, I will be a healthy person with a strong mind and character who speaks at least 3 languages. I will change the world. Yo cambiaré el mundo. Wo juegai bien chutie. Please remain standing for our alma mater.
Three, two, one.
Through the doors of ILTexas in maroon and white, we await our glorious eagles ready to take flight. Through our eagle excellence, we will lead the way. Hail to thee, our alma mater, each and every day. Putting others before ourselves, lead us to be more. ILTexas, we give thanks for teaching us to soar. Through our eagle excellence, we will lead the way. Hail to thee, our alma mater, each and every day.
All right, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all.
Students, you may now be seated. It is my honor to introduce the Alumni Advisor, Karen Marks.
Graduates of ILTexas, congratulations. We are so proud of you. As you close one chapter of your life as a high school student, you open new chapters, and one of those is as an ILTexas alumni. I'm speaking tonight on behalf of the Alumni Association, and we are proud to welcome you to a proud tradition of ILTexas Eagles. Our graduates, even after tonight when you've received your diploma, the Alumni Association is here to make sure that you stay connected, encouraged, and supported long after this evening. Tonight you join 10 previous ILTexas classes who have gone on to become doctors, lawyers, PhD candidates, professionals, business owners, military personnel, serving their communities, our nation, and our world. As you spread your wings and see just how far you can soar, know that there are eagles already out there in the world, in Texas, from Texas to New York, Montana to Mexico, Spain, England, South Korea, China, and Guam, and we know that you will find your place among them. Class of 2026, if I know one thing, it's that you have the opportunity and the ability to meet or even exceed the amazing accomplishments of the classes of ILTexas that have gone before you. The possibilities of your life are equal to the sum of your imagination plus your determination, but the joy in your life comes from those connections that you make and maintain, your connections to others. That is what drives the Alumni Association. Through online channels and in-person meetups, our Eagles, we want you to know that no matter how far you soar, no matter where you land, there is an ever-growing network of ILTexas alumni striving right alongside you as you enter into those exceptional roles in the international community. Keep your horizons broad, keep your network strong, and keep soaring to ever greater heights. Congratulations, and thank you.
We ask that all guests remain seated and refrain from leaving until all the graduates and faculty have recessed. You will join the graduates outside the building for smiles, hugs, and lots of photos. Congratulations, class of 2026.